Hello, it is Social Media Saturday, October 26th, 2019. Counting down. Only a few days left till Halloween and the final 2 months of the year. I did not forget about you guys. I've been recording a new live video, putting it up all over social media, my blog and my podcast and so forth every day for over 2.5 years. And it is nearly the end of the day today here on the West Coast in the U.S., but I've been putting in some extra work and some extra hours on the finishing touches on my The Wow Strategy online course that I'm about to launch. Anyway, so I was speaking with one of my clients who is in a hyper growth mode, and as many of my clients often are, and there you would think, those of you that are stuck or are, God forbid, although you're in the majority of business owners, if you're doing poorly and losing ground and company is either not making any money or you're not doing as well as you used to. That's common, by the way, if you want some help with that. If you'd like to no longer be struggling, start becoming like my clients and doing fantastic, go to helpfromsteve.com and I will help you out to do that. And so I was talking with one of my fast-growing clients yesterday, and he brought up a point, or maybe I did, knowing that it was lurking there beneath the surface of an anxiety with growing businesses. And I started to say that you might not, I sincerely hope that you get to recognize that and get to experience it, but companies that are struggling or not doing well at all or losing money or just stuck and staying the same think that, oh man, if only I was growing fast, what's there to complain about? What's the problem? Well, those of us that have grown companies quickly understand, and there is a saying that fast growth will kill a company more surely than slow growth, of course, because there's all kinds of issues, right, of capacity. So hiring more people and getting more equipment, and often you need money to hire people and get equipment, and yet just because you got a big order or orders doesn't mean the money's come in yet. And so now you have to get more funding, more financing, or rack up more credit cards or whatever you got to do. There's all kinds of stress and all kinds of issues around fast growth. Well, part of what this client does, he is he's taken several steps that I take with a lot of my clients. He's first learned how to market his own business really well, and now he is taking on clients to do the same thing for them, to market their businesses using the same system he used for his. But he's hitting a little stumbling block with this big growth opportunity he has. I said, what will help is taking away a lot of the grunt work and delegating more, bringing on more assistants, and most of all, giving them step-by-step checklists so that just about anybody can do your stuff, just like a McDonald's can make the world's greatest French fries with a 15-year-old kid who couldn't even make toast at home and can't even get to class on time. They don't need a world-class chef to make their world's greatest French fries. You just got to get somebody to press a button. Give you a break. That's because they have an incredible system. Same thing with the, 1,000 people a day coming up to the counter, the drive-through. What do you want? A burger. Burger. With cheese. Cheese. With a Coke. Coke. How much Coke do I put in the Coke? You press the button. You put the cup here. That's it. Right? Simple system. So are you doing that in your business? Number one. But number two, use templates. I'm like giving templates, so it takes you a little more time to make up the templates in the beginning. But here's 3 big benefits of using templates. Number one, you got what's called brand consistency. Now, brand, people throw around that term and really have no clue what it means. Most business owners, if you ask them, think that somehow magically you can create your own brand. There's people even out there that call themselves branding experts. Like, unfortunately, or fortunately actually, no matter what a business owner or a branding person or whatever they're called or whatever these people think, here's the good news, but it's bad news for those people, is no, you can't create a brand. A brand simply means what people think about you and your company. So you can nudge them along and help them to try and get them to think what you want. But the bottom line is your reputation and the feelings people get when they deal with you, whether they're prospects, customers, clients, patients, members, whatever, that's your brand. So you can put yourself out with a catchy catchphrase and a fancy logo and pay big money to some branding person to put up some billboards and social media campaigns and whatever to say we're the most trusted plumber in town. And then all you got to do is go out, do some work, and not do a great job. And then the disgruntled customer calls you back the next day and goes, hey, the thing is still leaking here. You say, well, too bad. I did the work. You looked at it at the time. You said it was great. I'll come back again, but it's a $125 trip charge. Like, ooh, you're not that trustworthy after all, are you? We can't trust you to even do the job right, and so forth. So what you actually do is going to determine what people and how you communicate with people and how you act with them is going to determine your brand, which is the feeling people have about you and your company regardless, and it will overwhelm anything that you get a branding expert to do, to try, and I use that word specifically and intentionally because try is a euphemism for fail, because nobody who succeeds ever says, well, Tom Brady doesn't say, I tried to win the Super Bowl 6 times. He did. But teams that lost the Super Bowl said, well, we tried to win the Super Bowl, but we were facing Tom Brady, so blah, 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 but we tried. Like, try means fail. So you can get a branding expert to try and put messages out and put some images out and get people to hope and think a certain way about you and your company, but not going to work. Your brand is what people think of you and your company. So number one reason to use a template, number one powerful reason, is you can have consistency, and that can help people to remember what they think of you. So, for instance, blue as a color, and I've done videos on this, I might do them again, the different behavioral psychology behind different colors, but blue is seen as a trustworthy color. It connotes trust. So you'll see it used in logos of banks and attorneys, doctors, things like that, where they want to portray that they're trustworthy. Again, you can have all the blue and all your logo and all your whatever and all your ads if you're an attorney, and then you go out and you do some shifty stuff and you get brought up on ethical charges and you lose money for your clients, and you don't think anyone's thinking of you as the trusty attorney, no matter what colors or branding you think you did. Your brand is what people feel about you, so it's based on your actions, not your advertising, your marketing. Sorry, doesn't work that way. But if you have blue in your template and you are a trustworthy attorney or any other type of business owner, that will help people to associate the trust with you because they see it in the template. So they see it over and over. So as they're flying through their Twitter feed or their Facebook feed or whatever social media site, and they're flying through and they see that familiar blue block, maybe with your face in the corner and the name of your firm in the other corner, even if they don't read the quote of the day that's on it that you put, or whatever you put on that in that template, the template though sticks in their head even for just a split second. They see it and it registers and they go, oh yeah, there's that trusted attorney again. If I ever need him, he's the one I'm calling. Boom. And so that's power of a template, is you can have some consistency in your messaging. Number two is if you're in the fast growth mode, like this client I was talking about. So he's got to hire people and quick. And who knows, he knows they're not necessarily, unless he pays big money, which would not be smart, they're not going to be as good as him at doing the social media posts and all the marketing that he does for his clients. So I'm like, just make up some templates, man. Then you can get anybody like McDonald's does, and you can make world-class posts. You make up the template and you say, whoever we're promoting here, the client name goes here, and the address goes here, and the phone number goes there, and that photo goes there, and that's a template. So you have the peace of mind of the consistency, which also gives consistency and puts out a consistent message, even if it's subconsciously, as people fly through the feed and they oh yeah, there's that trusted guy again, and they see that, or there's that guy I like again, or whatever messages you're putting across. They're like, oh yeah, there's that guy again, I like him. But it also helps when you're growing. It helps you to train and to manage your staff. Again, I mean, as anytime I'm going to talk about anything about a system, you can think of McDonald's or any other company that's successful. McDonald's the best with getting extremely low quality, low level, inexperienced people to operate the world's #1 franchise business. I mean, $1 million businesses. Franchises cost more than $1 million with McDonald's, and they're operated by anyone that comes off the street. And if somebody's late 2 days in a row or calls in sick and you got to fire them or replace them or whatever, you could really grab anybody off the street and probably within 10 minutes have them serving food and dishing out the world's greatest fries and Cokes and, you know, doing whatever needs to be done and running your $1 million place, right? So number one, consistency of messaging. Number two, the ease to have somebody else do it. And number three, power of a template. It's kind of skipping my mind, so I'll come back to that one. But where do you get templates? So you can make them up yourself. You can pay a graphic artist for, let's say for social media, for Facebook, for Twitter, for LinkedIn, for whatever. You can pay a graphic artist because they'll find out the exact pixels. You know, it's a 1024 by 768, and I'll do that, and they'll put it all together from scratch, and you'll charge them money. But there's websites out there. My favorite is Canva.com, Canva.com, and they don't pay me to say this. I'm not a paid or a commission sales rep or anything for them. I just suggest that go to Canva.com, and you'll see they have templates for all kinds of different things, including social media posts. So if you say, I want to put up a new Facebook banner on a new Facebook page, you just click on Facebook banner. They even pop up with a few suggestions, and you can change the background color, you can put in your own photo, you can put in whatever. But you know, if you just want to put a quote of the day every day onto your Facebook, go to Canva.com and get and say, I want to post for a quote of the day, or tell your assistant to go do that, right? So let's see if I can think of a third one now before I end this video for the day. Until it's been a long day and I'm not even remembering the three things. This isn't the first time that's happened, by the way. And it's kind of off topic, but it kind of shows that, you know, you don't have to have a slick, perfect video for it to be effective. Hopefully, put a comment below if you've already gotten some value out of this, even if I somehow, even though I'm trying to fill the time here and babble as I try and think, but if I can't think of the third way that I was thinking that they're powerful, first of all, put your own opinion on what you think is other ways that using templates are valuable. But also let me know if you still get value out of this anyway, even though clearly what a rookie mistake here. So number one, consistency of message, branding. Number two, it's easy for for hiring and training new people, so fast growth. I guess that's number three. Yeah, that was number three, is they're easy. It's easier to use a template than it is to make up something new every day. So one thing I do, today is Social Media Saturday. I basically have 7 templates for my daily videos. And so yesterday was Throwback Thursday. We talked about something from the past, and tomorrow will be Sunday Fun Day. I'll just check in and say hello on a day off. Monday will be Direct Mail Monday. It's kind of a template, an overall theme for the day, and I will, almost every Monday, I dip into my personal mailbox, pull something out, and teach them general lessons about persuasion, influence, sales, whatever you want to call it, advertising, marketing, sales. Sometimes I teach specifically about direct mail, but anyway, that's the template for the day. So you have consistency. You can easily get somebody else to do it, and therefore grow quickly. And it's easier to do than doing things from scratch. Why reinvent the wheel? Especially when there's like a website out there like Canva that has templates ready to just fill them in. So I don't want to hear no excuses out of you guys, right? Get some more stuff done and get it done better. Speaking of which, be back here every day for another video. I'll give you some more tips. Some days I don't give business tips. I just kind of hang out with you, which will include tomorrow. on Sunday Fun Day. I'll check in and say hello. Hope you'll be with me then. Hope you enjoyed today's video. You want some more help with building a business, or you just want to talk to somebody about what's going on in your business and have someone to talk you off the cliff or talk you through situations, go to helpfromsteve.com. You can get on my calendar. We'll get on the phone and Steve will help you out. That's me. Thanks for being here today. Catch you tomorrow. Over and out. Bye-bye.